our real estate agents are starting brand new YouTube channels with zero experience in generating real estate leads within days. So while yes, I do understand that traditionally it takes several months for YouTube to really ramp up, there are certain things that you can implement right at the beginning that are going to accelerate your results. So today I want to share with you everything you need to know about YouTube marketing for real estate leads. I'm going to share with you how to actually prepare to start your YouTube channel. I'm going to show you how to optimize your YouTube channel. I'm going to share with you the videos you need to make in order to see real estate leads, and also the correct calls to action that actually produce results. So first we need to understand why we need to use YouTube for real estate marketing altogether. Well, for one, it works while you sleep, so you don't have to be behind the computer screen in order for people to watch you. Number two, it's absolutely free to use. We're not talking about YouTube ads here. Everything that we're talking about in this video is organic, aka free for you to use. And number three, you have a massive reach to the people that you actually want to speak to directly. There's billions of active users that go to YouTube every single day for their primary form of information, entertainment, and on and on. But in reality, the reason that we as real estate agents are leveraging YouTube in every single market that we go into is because there are active buyers and there are active sellers looking for information that we have access to. So for us, given that there's such little competition when we're talking about YouTube for real estate agents, we're able to break into every single market and see results very quickly. Given that the demand exceeds the supply, so all we have to do is share what we already know in front of the camera, upload it on YouTube, and people start calling us. And we have examples after examples of our agents breaking into markets and quickly becoming a top producer, all while leveraging YouTube without having to pay for ads. Now, before you get started, it's important to have a strategy in place on how you are going to leverage YouTube marketing for your real estate business. Having that clarity ahead of time cannot be overstated because there's countless of real estate agents out there that started YouTube years ago and are still struggling to see some results from it. And I certainly don't want that to be you, so there are certain things that you can do before you get started that are going to accelerate your results. First, you want to identify who you want to speak to. Do you want to speak to buyers or do you want to speak to sellers? Because at the end of the day, those are the only two sides of the transaction. So you're either speaking to homeowners or property owners, or you're speaking to people that are looking to purchase that property. Now, once you establish who you're speaking to, now you want to take it one step further and differentiate yourself by selecting a niche. You want to understand what you're bringing to the platform, what you're bringing to the viewer. Do you want to be the vlog channel that focuses more on the lifestyle of the area that you're covering? Do you want to be seen more as the new construction expert? Or do you want to portray yourself as the investor-friendly agent? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me what niche you end up going with, but by you selecting a niche, it's going to provide you so much clarity ahead of time. And as mentioned earlier, it's going to allow you to position yourself as the expert in whatever niche you decide to go into. And the third thing you want to do as you're getting ready to get started is decide how you're going to convey your message. Meaning, are you going to be on location? Are you going to be on the move? Or are you going to be a talking head? I'll give you an example of each. If part of your strategy is to do a lot of property tour videos, then I deem that more of an on location style video, which means you go to the property, you record the video, and you're on to the next one. So there's certain equipment that you're going to need in order to execute on that strategy. If you're going to be more on the run agent or more on the move agent, then there we're talking more vlogging. So this means you going around town and showcasing what the city feels like. So there you can leverage more aerial shots with drones or GoPros if you're going to attach it to your car. There's so many different examples. But if you're gonna do a talking head video like this very video, which I'm just speaking directly into the camera, then it doesn't take that much equipment to execute. Because realistically, this type of video doesn't even need a camera. I could just take this phone right here and affix it to one of these little stands, put a microphone in place, and I'm good to go. So again, having that clarity ahead of time as to who you're gonna speak to, the niche that you're gonna break into, and how you're gonna actually execute on your strategy is so important, which is gonna actually dictate the equipment that you're gonna need to purchase in order for you to execute. So I like to break down the equipment into two different categories. One is the recording, and two is the editing. When you're recording, in most instances, your phone is going to be enough. So you really have no excuse not to get started. You have everything you need right now in your pocket. But let's address how we start upping our game. Our first purchase is going to be in the audio department. Having quality audio is so important because your viewers They can forgive you if your image is super blurry, but they will not forgive you if your audio sucks. So that's the first thing that you're looking to upgrade. You could do a fancy microphone like this, which I'll link everything down in the description, or you can do something simple like a lapel mic that links onto your shirt that costs $20 and you're good to go. Your second purchase is going to be in the lighting department. Once you enhance your lighting, you're enhancing the production of your video. Lighting really makes a huge difference, and it helps you overcome probably some bad video if you don't happen to have the best camera out there. Which brings us to the third purchase, and that's going to be enhancing our video. This is when we start talking about better cameras for better video quality. For me, like most real estate agents, I started with my phone and that's where I began. But then I upgraded and got a camera. So my first purchase in this department was the M50 Canon. And I use that for hundreds and hundreds of videos. And now the camera that I'm using right now is the Sony a7 III. Now for all intents and purposes, that's how you upgrade your recording. That's gonna get you the video, which is the majority of the equipment that's necessary, but the other component to the equipment is the editing software. You can use free editing software, or you can go down the paid route. If you're gonna do paid on a Mac, then that's Final Cut Pro. If you're gonna go down the paid route for a PC, then there you can use a software like Premiere. But here's the thing, at this point in time, knowing what I know about real estate and knowing what I know about YouTube, I strongly implore you to consider to hire this out. When we are talking about editing, it's much better for a professional to do it than for you to take on that task. And I get it, it's another investment. It hurt me so much to pay somebody else to edit my videos when I knew that I could, even though it wasn't gonna be that good, I knew I could edit those videos myself. But what I didn't realize at that time was how much it was actually costing me to edit the videos. Because as I was spending 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, however long it was taking me to edit those videos, those were hours that I could be spent on something else, on growing the business in a more productive way. And the second way that I was shooting myself in the foot was that there is no way that my videos were gonna be as professionally done as a professional editor could get them. So in other words, I was limiting my growth because the product that I was putting out really wasn't that good. So I strongly encourage you to have somebody else edit these videos for you. There's probably somebody in your family that can edit these videos for you for cheap. There's probably a college student right down the road that can do the same thing. But I know for a fact that if you go to places like Fiverr or Upwork, you're gonna find some individuals that are absolutely killers when it comes to editing. Now, if you're wanting to use the same service that I personally use with all of the editors that we hire on for my media company, then just go to JaimeResendiz.com/VA. That's where all of our internal editors have come from, and there's just some incredible talent there. But if you want the ultimate success, then I encourage you to check out our Done For You YouTube program for real estate agents, where we take on the strategy to deploy on YouTube, where we do the editing for you, where we do the thumbnail design for you, where we do the YouTube channel management and optimize every single video so you rank #1, get found, and get leads. So I'll leave a link to our Done For You YouTube program down below so you can check it out. And now that we're ready to jump onto YouTube, it's time to get our YouTube channel prepared. So you're gonna log into your YouTube account, which already has your YouTube channel. You can either go directly to your YouTube channel to see what it looks like, or you can go to your YouTube studio to update the name and do all the settings that we're gonna get into. But most of you are gonna wanna start a brand new channel from scratch. So you're gonna go to switch account. Now your screen will probably not look like this because we're managing a ton of YouTube channels for real estate agents. So we're gonna go here to create a channel, which gives you the opportunity to create a brand new channel name. Now I get a lot of questions about what to name the YouTube channel. At the end of the day, it's your preference, but I recommend naming it one of 3 things. Either your name along with what you do, so Jaime Resendiz Realtor, or make it more of a local name, so Dallas Real Estate Explained. So there I'm playing off of the words of Dallas and real estate. So I'm associating what the channel is about and also where. Or the third way that I would name the channel would be based off of the niche. So if I was only talking about new construction, then I would include that in my name somehow. Now, once you create your channel, there's certain things that you'll want to update. First things first, you'll want to create a YouTube channel banner. Now you can design it yourself or go to canva.com and create one from there as well. Now, if you don't want to design it yourself, you can always use Fiverr or Upwork or any of those gig-based websites. You also want to update your headshot with either your face or the logo or brand that you're using. Now, when it comes to your home screen, you can design how you want. As you can see, I'm featuring a few videos that I want on my homepage. And I'm also featuring some of the shorts that we've created. Now, you can change your home screen as much as you want to really feature the videos, playlists, or anything that you're trying to push to your audience. Whatever you want them to know right off the bat, you can feature up front and center. Now with the videos tab, you're not gonna have much control over. As soon as you create your videos and you publish your videos, they're just gonna show up here. Same with your shorts and your playlists. Now with your community tab, you can see it looks very similar to a social media post. So you can put whatever's on your mind, highlight a video, highlight an image, and communicate with your audience without having to publish a video. On the channels tab, you're not gonna do much. You can either feature other channels that you like, other channels that you control, but for all intents and purposes, there's not much utility that you're gonna have with this particular tab. Now, something that's gonna be very valuable for you is the About section. So you wanna make sure that you fill out in the description what your channel is about and link up any links that lead either to lead magnets, to your website, to your contact information, anywhere where you want to drive traffic away from YouTube. Now that's how you optimize your YouTube channel from the viewer's perspective. There's certain things that you can do on your settings that are gonna make your life a lot easier as a creator. And those are found on your YouTube Studio. So go to the top right-hand side and click YouTube Studio. Then you're gonna go down to the settings. In the general settings, there's not much that you're gonna do. In the channel settings, you do wanna put keywords that match up to the content that you're creating on your channel as a whole. The advanced settings, you're gonna go with no, this channel is not made for kids, so you don't want it to be claiming that it is. If you're gonna run ads, then you're gonna link it up to your Google Ads account, but for our purposes, we don't run any ads to this particular channel because we don't need to. Something that most people allow is for viewers to clip their content. So this is where that short form video creation is very helpful. Then we're gonna go to feature eligibility. Now this is something that does not start as enabled. There are certain things that you need to do here in order to activate the intermediate features and the advanced features. So you're gonna absolutely wanna come in here and enable those two other features, which to give you an idea of what's required, here's what that looks like. Now, when it comes to upload defaults, this is going to save you so much time. So as you can see here, we already have a uploaded description that every time we upload a video on here automatically pops up. So for us, all we have to do is replace the top of the description with something new and the rest is going to stay the same. We want all of our videos to begin as unlisted and then general tags that we want on all of our YouTube videos. Now, when it comes to the advanced settings, these are the settings that we have. At the end of the day, what I recommend is to go with the category of education. That's pretty much the only one that you're gonna need to change. The language should already be there. Your comment default should be hold potentially inappropriate comments for review. And I do encourage you to show how many viewers like the video. And with monetization, once you get to that level, you can enable the type of ads that you want to run on your particular videos. Now, when it comes to permissions, this is when you can get somebody else involved on your YouTube channel. So if you either hire us to do your video editing, your YouTube management, all that fun stuff, this is where you would need to go to invite us to your channel. All you need is the email and select the access that you want to give that particular person that's gonna help you with your YouTube channel. And when it comes to your community, this is where you're gonna go to add moderators, so people that can moderate the live feed. This is where you would also go to block people from being on your YouTube channel and really curate the type of community that you wanna foster on YouTube. Now, this is something relatively new that YouTube has been pushing for us to upload our demographic information. I don't do this, and I also don't suggest that you do as well. And when it comes to agreements, these are agreements that you're going to adhere to when it comes to YouTube and the content that you're putting out there. There's really not much that you can do here. Now, I know that I'm getting very detailed, but hopefully you appreciate the level of transparency on how to set all of this up to begin with, because there are certain things behind the scenes that are going to make your life so much easier, regardless if you have somebody helping you or if you're doing all of this yourself. But something we absolutely do not want to overlook is the compliance portion of YouTube. Now, more specifically, compliance for us real estate agents on YouTube, because of course, copyright laws still apply to us, whether it's for video, for audio, or for photography. So we want to make sure that we're not out there infringing on somebody else's copyright. And of course, general law also applies to us as well. So make sure you're not out there doxing people, especially if you're doing the vlog channels where you're going out and showing people's homes. Make sure that you're not out there doxing people's address. We of course don't want to make financial claims, so whenever you're making a video about investing as an example, make sure that you couch your words very carefully. Now, when you're giving an opinion, don't slander people. Now, it sounds very basic, right? But some of us, we take it over the edge. Some of us will give way too much information out there freely in the sense of negative things that can get you in trouble. And in this case, once you put it on YouTube, it's gonna be there regardless if you delete it or not. Somebody can absolutely go back into the Wayback Machine and get whatever it is that you said in that video and hold it against you. Now, I don't wanna scare you, but I just wanna share with you what happens in day-to-day life. I wanna share with you in real time what can happen to you when you're making content here on YouTube. 99% of you will never have an issue with any of the items that we just mentioned. But we also need to mention the regulatory body that regulates us as real estate agents, whether it's our brokerage, our association, our MLS, our real estate commission, whatever entity you're a part of, make sure that you're complying with their rules and regulations. If you need to share a disclosure, make sure that you're either sharing it in the video or making it available in the description. But now that I have you good and scared, let's actually get into something a bit more fun and what videos we actually need to make in order to see results. Because there's so many different videos that you can make, but the way that we help our real estate agents get launched very quickly is a bit unique. First, we want our agents to buy back some time leveraging YouTube, and many of the agents that we work with end up buying back 5 to 10 hours a week. And the way that they're able to do that is by creating workflow videos. These are videos that they integrate into their workflow. These videos help buyers and sellers as they're going through the transaction. More on this later on, so make sure you're sticking around. The second type of videos that our agents make are local videos. These videos are your everything you need to know about a certain city, the pros and cons about a certain city, the cost of living about a certain city. Basically, we're sharing information about the local area that we're serving, whether it's a state, whether it's a metroplex, whether it's a county or a city or a neighborhood, wherever it is that you're working, you're making local content around that. And how we really accelerate our channels and the rapid growth of every single one of them is by recording property tour videos. These videos take off like wildfire. So the more exposure that we get, the more leads that we're generating for our real estate business. So in summary, our first videos revolve around workflow videos, local videos, and property tour videos. Now let's talk about how we're gonna make these dang videos, because at the end of the day, we're not looking to add something else for us to do. We're looking for a vehicle that's gonna generate us business. And this video workflow that you're gonna see is the best way to do that, because this exact same workflow is being used by thousands of real estate agents to get their videos onto YouTube. This particular video workflow I've been using since 2018, and since then I've made well over 2,000 videos here on YouTube. Now, this is my BOSRED workflow. That stands for brainstorm, optimize, script, record, edit, and distribute. This entire BOSRED workflow is based on the concept of batching, where we're making multiple videos at once, as opposed to making one video all the way through and then coming back and starting another. That's not how we do things here. We create multiple videos and take them through different phases. So at the end, we have 3, 5, 8, 10 videos created. That way we create better videos that get views and ultimately get leads, but also we make videos so much faster. Now, this entire BOSRED strategy is executed in a 3-day process. Day number 1, we're brainstorming, we're optimizing, and we're scripting. Day number 2, we're dedicating that day to record. And day number 3, we're dedicating that day to editing if we're doing the editing ourselves, and distributing the video. Now, you don't have to go through our BOSRED strategy in 3 days, but most of our agents prefer it that way, because that way they don't get overwhelmed and are able to really focus on the task at hand with the short amount of time that all of us real estate agents have. So let's look at what happens on day 1, which is brainstorm, optimize, and script. When we're brainstorming, we're dedicating 10 to 20 minutes just brainstorming what do we want to make videos around. There's no wrong answers here. We're just writing down everything that we could possibly make a video on. So we're taking all of the ideas that we had on the brainstorming phase, and now we're bringing them over to the optimizing phase. This is where we're answering for 3 things. Is there traffic? Meaning, is there demand for the video that I'm thinking about making? What does the thumbnail need to look like? And also, what is the title going to be? So at the optimize phase, this is more like a filter. This allows us to weed out all the bad ideas that we probably shouldn't make a video on, but really challenges us to refine the video ideas that we do plan to execute on. So we'll know if there's demand by addressing the traffic concern. So we know what the thumbnail needs to look like, and also we get to order the thumbnail if we have a designer doing that for us. And then we also have clarity on what the title is going to be. Can we clearly convey what the video is about with our title? Now, in most cases at the brainstorming phase, you're gonna have 20 to 30 ideas that you create there. But once you bring them to the optimize phase, chances are you're gonna walk away with 5 to 10 video ideas, because you filter out all the bad video ideas and are only moving forward with the ones that you want to execute on. Which brings us to scripting, where we can either write the full script on what we plan to say in that video, or just create some bullet points. At the scripting phase, we're really bringing clarity on what we want to bring to that video, what content we want to share, and we're really organizing our thoughts, which again can all be done on the same day: the brainstorming, the optimizing, and the scripting. Now for day 2, whenever you want that to be, you're going to go into record mode. This will allow you to record so much faster, because once you set up your camera, your audio, and your lighting, now all you have to do is just look into the camera, look at your script or look at your notes, and just record. Now again, that's on day 2. You've really isolated your recording day, so you bring your best foot forward. Which brings us to day number 3. So once we have all of the videos that we're going to recorded, let's just say we had 5 to 10 of those videos that we brought on through our workflow, now we get to the editing phase. Now again, I highly encourage you to hire somebody else to do your editing. Now it doesn't have to be us, it just has to be somebody that is not you, somebody that is professional enough to get you a good quality product from the editing side. But I understand that most of us are going to start doing the editing ourselves anyway, so make sure that you allocate some time for that editing. And again, this is day number 3. Now, once you're done with the editing, it's time to distribute, meaning it's time to upload to YouTube and publish. Now, here's where I really want to help you out to give you as much of a head start as I wish I had when I started on YouTube. I'm going to gift you 3 things. I want to gift you our standard operating procedure. Yes, our internal standard operating procedure that we use to SEO all of the videos that we publish onto YouTube. Now, these are videos that we SEO not just for our internal channels, but also for the channels of all of the hundreds of agents that we work with. Now, not only am I going to gift you that, but I also want to gift you the lead magnets that we encourage our real estate agents to use in their videos so they actually get real estate leads. So yes, I'm going to give you the list that we give our agents for them to choose from. And if that wasn't enough, I want to gift you the workflow videos. So the third thing that I want to gift you is the workflow videos that our real estate agents use for their YouTube channels. So if you want to receive those things, make sure that you're subscribed and comment YouTube down below, and send us an email to admin@JaimeResendiz.com referencing this video. Now, if you want to check out some other videos that are going to help your real estate business grow, check out this video right here.